Kathy?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you all. I might have to run upstairs, but I don't think so.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I'm letting everybody in. Collecting my vision board. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I'm gonna keep letting everybody in. I gotta go pull something off the printer real quick. It's so nice out. I don't want to go upstairs in the loft because then I'm like in that dark room. It's not dark, but it feels dark, but it's so nice out.
It's really gorgeous out right now. That's why I'm on my walk, because it was too nice to stay inside.
I was thinking about moving myself outside, but if I go outside, the dogs are going to want to go outside, and then they'll want to go inside, and then they'll want to go outside, and it'll be a whole ordeal. We're here. All right, let me make sure I have all my notes. My friend's so funny. You know the 2 pictures I posted for me 5 years ago with my black short hair? She goes, shut the F up. On my life, I swear, that photo on the left came up on my phone memories, and you had just posted this picture of you today, and I was like, wow, that would be awesome if she did it side by side. Literally, you did it. All right, I'm gonna keep letting everybody in. You got 2 minutes. I have stuff on my phone, I have stuff in my hand. My shoulder's killing me, so if I keep moving my arm, I'm so sorry. It's like on fire. Has anybody ever used Voltaren? Did I tell you guys about this? It's arthritis medicine. And Mike has arthritis in his hand, but I started using it like on all my aches and pains, and it's like a lifesaver. Hold on, I'll show you while we're waiting for everybody to come on. Since I'm downstairs. It used to be prescription only. Now they sell it over the counter. I'm like obsessed with it. I carry Flash upstairs to bed every night because he's old and he can't go up the stairs, and we have 2 flights of stairs, and my back was killing me. So I started using it. So now I'm going to put it on my shoulder because my shoulder is killing me. All right. Let's see. All right, so we're going to get started. So the first thing I said we were going to do today is we're going to do vision boards. I have 3 vision boards. I have Stacy's, I have Dawn's, and I have Enid's. My 3 safe people, because they always help me out when I'm asking for stuff. Raise your hand if you did a vision board, you just don't want to share it. Raise your hand if you're lying. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. So next week, I need 3 new volunteers for a vision board. Hi, cutie pie. I remember when he was in your belly. I remember before he was even a thought. Okay. So before we do the vision boards, I just want to go over a couple of things with everybody. You know, we're going to talk about self-sabotage today, and we're going to talk about some supplements. But I want you guys to all be successful. That is my ultimate goal. What success looks like to everybody is totally different, right? some people, their success to them is completing that marathon faster than they did, or getting an outfit, or, the scale moving or whatever. The only thing that I want to impress upon is when you are amazing. Voltaren. When you give me a goal and I don't think you're going to reach that goal, or it's too far-fetched, I'm going to let you know. So if you message me, like the other day, I said, tell me one goal you're going to do this week. Remember, not everybody answered, but a lot of people did. And I went through them all, and I actually printed them all and put the date on them. And I'm going to go back and see if you guys did that. If you told me you were going to work out, whatever the case is. But someone said, I want to lose 2.5 pounds this week. And I think that's great, but it's not going to happen. So I immediately reached out to that person. I said, I love that you have such high expectations. For one, you don't have that much weight to lose. It gets more challenging as you get smaller, the less you have to lose. And second of all, nobody is calculated to lose more than 1 pound. So a week. So if you lose 1.5 pounds, it's usually half of that is water. So it's not an actual, the scale is going to move, but it's not an actual body fat or weight loss. So although I love expectations, I love being able to meet expectations. And I love that you guys should be able to meet expectations and exceed your expectations. And I'm going to ask you every week to give me a goal. We have till April 15th. So that's 4 weeks. If my sister calculated that correctly when she gave me the calendar. We have 4 weeks left. So if you have a goal every week, that same goal, fine. If it's different goal, fine. But every week I'm going to ask you to give me a goal. And every week we're going to follow back and see if you met that goal. Because you have 4 weeks to reach your goal. And in 4 weeks, you can lose anywhere between 3 pounds and let's say 5 pounds. Hardly anybody is going to lose the 10 pounds in 8 weeks. It's not calculated to do that. So just keep that in mind. The other stuff I'm going to talk about with our topics. One more thing is the next session that starts, I am posting on Monday, opening up the session. If you bought the Halloween special, you are not covered in the next session. But if you purchase the Halloween and the Black Friday, you are still covered. So if you know you bought the 2 promos, awesome. If you don't think you did, reach out to me. I'm not doing any promos right now, but reach out to me so we can check that. And if you are staying in for the next session and you did not, and you pay session to session, I need to know. Because when I open it up on Monday, for everybody else, I need to know how many spots I have. But I don't need to know technically until April 1st. But I just like to open up the registration. And if this is your first session or your second session, it goes down. So message me. Don't forget, you get $10 credit for every referral that you send me that started last session. If I owe you $10, let me know. I'll take it off this coming up session if I didn't do it this last session. This Sunday, the spin class, we're doing the DJ because the DJ forgot and didn't show up last Sunday or overslept because of the time change. So I'm doing it again. If anybody wants to come, we're going to do pictures afterwards again, so I can get a little bit more pictures of different people. You're more than welcome to come, but this time it's at 9 a.m. because I have to be at Orange Theory before then at 6:45 a.m. So 9 a.m. on Sunday, we're going to have the spin class, and then 10 a.m. we'll do pictures, 11 a.m. will be the workout, and blah, blah, blah. If anybody bought the tanner from me, the package comes Friday. I'll be sending it out unless you ordered from the first order. Danielle, yours, I'm meeting you for tomorrow to give you yours. And that's all outside business. Okay. Next, Stacy, you want to do your vision board? Okay. You want me to hold it up, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm on her vision board, just so you guys know.
And there's a reason. But my first vision board was my long-term goal, which is my daughter's wedding and my son's graduation. So this new one, which I can't even see, the first picture, so it's about summer, like my vision for this summer, like what I'd like to do and see and all that. So the picture on the top, that is riding the mopeds. We enjoy doing that in the summer. And on the right, driving around in the convertible. In the middle is my sister. And it's been really nice being in the tribe because I've gotten to see her a lot more than I ever do. I'm in Rochester, New York, so I don't get to see her more than once a year. And also the fact that she's wearing her Shred Tribe shirt, because I wouldn't be where I am today, right now, what I'm doing without the tribe. And it's just been amazing. And I really appreciate everybody's support. And I'm looking forward to this summer being able to get outside and exercise more. So I'm just so appreciative of her and the tribe. Then if we go down, it's my son and his girlfriend. And we were hoping to do a little family trip this summer with my son and his girlfriend and my daughter and her fiance as like a kickoff this summer for the wedding that's next summer and their graduation next summer. And that's my husband and myself in the middle, which we're going to be hanging out a lot this summer. And then on the bottom, there you go. That is my best friend from kindergarten through 9th grade. I have not seen her since 9th grade. I'm going to see her, if not spring break, I'll see her this summer for the first time in all these years. So that's exciting. And then I want to be able to walk my dog this summer and get her out a lot. And one more picture to the other way. Wait, the other way. There you go. Is my parents. I only get to see my parents when I come to Florida in the summer. So I'm hoping to spend a little bit more time there this summer.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on. Thank you, Stacey. That was awesome. Stacey is going to come down this summer and we're going to try to make the retreat around that time. So my sister and I grew up together, but my sister was really, really smart and went away to college early. And I was still in high school. So we never got close. And I think because of the Shred Tribe, it's so sad, but sorry. We've gotten so much closer. So it's going to be amazing. Sorry. To have her healthy and at the retreat this summer. Sorry. All right. And my mom's really happy that we got closer too, so it's great. Okay, so Dawn, you're up next. I'll hold it up for you. Let me find it. Okay, so before Dawn goes, this was very outside of Dawn's box. It's not a comfort zone for her to speak or to share her stuff. So I thank you so much, Dawn, for getting out of your comfort zone and sharing this with us. Dawn has been in the tribe probably since the beginning. She left a little bit, she came back. So welcome, and you may go.
Okay, so like Shannon said, this was difficult for me to, I don't always think about what I want. And so for me to do this, she's asked for it in the past and I've never done it in previous challenges. So I had to kind of step out of my comfort zone and do this.
Thank you.
So one of them is just self-care. A lot of it has to do with mental wellness. I get anxiety sometimes and I just let the littlest thing throw me off my routine and I let it spiral out of control and I worry and it just, I'm learning to rein that in and not let life just send me into panic and just be better about managing things. And this group is helping with that too. The next one is, so my husband just got a amazing job opportunity and we're going to be moving this summer. And I've always had a hard time balancing work, balancing, being a good wife, being a good mother, being a working woman. And So due to his new job, I get to take a break for a while.
Oh,
and
good
just
for
be
you.
home.
Congratulations.
And I'm super excited where I can finally, feel like I'm being the wife and the mother and doing all the things that I always wanted to do that I couldn't balance. So forming better relationships with my family is on there. And then of course, financial freedom. We've been working on that. We're almost there. And then I've low key always wanted to do a bikini competition, which is way out of my comfort zone. But I've always been pretty good on the physical fitness side, but the nutrition side, I've never been able to put everything together. And I'm really learning to put it all together. And I'm really seeing lots of changes. So I feel like this is a goal in 2023. I think I would like to do early 2023. I want to use this year to just build and learn, keep getting that nutrition down and build that muscle. And maybe in 2023, I might actually do a bikini contest.
I muted myself because the dogs are going crazy. Did that help at all? When I muted myself? All right, I'm gonna move myself because I thought Mike would be out longer. So I am so excited for you that you are gonna get to focus on what you want to focus on now, your family and everything. And actually it'll give you more time to focus on you as well, which means you'll probably get to focus on working. It's getting dark, can you tell? It's going to get time for you to work on maybe doing your bikini competition, which is awesome for you. Since you put it out there, now it's out there. You know that, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I admire anyone that is their goal. Babe, they already ate. But they wouldn't walk. I admire anybody that has that goal because I don't have enough self-confidence to ever do that. So I can't wait to hopefully watch you progress and to do that. So thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. And congratulations to your husband.
Thank you.
So now, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
Just thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I have Enid's. She's not on, but she sent me her vision board. She does vision boards all the time, and I'm gonna read it and tell you, like you guys, I'll read it, I'll tell you, and then I don't know how we're gonna do this, but so her first thing is she wants to improve her pickleboard game, which is awesome. Her birthday goal, I love how she structured it out for me too, so I don't have to worry about not knowing what it is. So this is her birthday goal. I'm guessing being pampered. Her body goal, which I'm thinking that's what B goal means, is to look like that. Welcome to all of our worlds, right? Her bucket list is to go on a yoga retreat in Mexico. She already has her baby girl granddaughter. She's having number 2 granddaughter. So she's looking forward to that. She's looking to organize and declutter her home. She should have my sister come and help her. And then the last thing is stay healthy, fit, and strong. So that's on Enid's vision board. I love that. Thank you so much for sending that to me, Enid. I've known Enid forever, and she's always worked on reaching her goals. So that's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna read a couple of things. So a lot of people have been asking me about creatine, and I've always been really negative about it. So the company, the schooling, the certification company, NASM, that I have all my certifications through, it's a board certified company. Like I'm a school, it's amazing. They did like a free certification sort of for like about supplements and stuff. So, I mean, we all know we need to take multivitamins. There's things that we know we need to have, you know, like your aminos and stuff, but everybody always asks me about creatine. So after I took this course, I went and got my own creatine. I don't care what brand you use. I'm not showing a brand. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not good with powders. I'm good with gummies. And I'm good with like already made protein shakes. So I bought it in capsule form. But I'm going to try it. So you guys are going to be like, I could be your guinea pigs if you want. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about creatine. And then I'm going to give you the pros and cons. And before I even start, the only people that should be using creatine is if you lift at a gym or at home, you have a gym and you are lifting at least 2 to 3 hours a week. Like you're getting in your lift sessions, right? You're not just like doing the band workouts. I wouldn't start doing creatine. It's more like to build that muscle. You want to see muscle mass. So creatine has been widely accepted as one of the most effective supplements to increase muscle mass, improve performance, and gain strength. So a lot of bodybuilders, you'll see they'll take creatine. A lot of like sports athletes, Olympics, all football teams at high school, all that stuff. But there's always side effects, right? And the number one side effect I always hear is bloating, right? I don't want to take creatine because I bloat. So according to the certification I took, or the course I took, there was no certification. According to the course I took, the bloating is only temporary for the first 1 to 3 days for your body to get used to it. If you are letting out your, I don't want to start getting like your ATP and all that stuff, but if you are lifting, it will transfer that to your muscles. You'll start to feel your muscles looking bigger, better, stronger, leaner. But the bloating doesn't last. If you overtake creatine, which people tend to do because they like the way they look and feel, it will cause diarrhea. So you only do want to do what your prescription is for, whatever your bottle says, whatever you're taking. Don't get carried away with creatine times 54 and all that other crap. Creatine is creatine. Just make sure you, whatever you're doing. So creatine protects your brain. I'm reading my notes that I took during my course. Creatine protects your brain. It helps for any neurodegenerative diseases. A study reported that potential benefit using creatine protects patients' brains against any diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's mainly impacts memory and cognition, and Parkinson's, on the other hand, impacts movement control in the brain. And they say that creatine will help slow down the process if it's part of, if it's in your family, or if you're aware of it in your family. So creatine is largely an energy enhancer, and energy loss from dysfunction of the brain is a big factor in those diseases. So that's why it helps with that. It will help improve mood, and reduces medication side effects if you even have Parkinson's or you're taking medication for Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. It helps maintain healthy levels of blood sugar. A study reveals that creatine prevents diabetes, which is huge if it's in your family. Researchers have found that people who take creatine have increased that protein that transports glucose in and out of cells, which may be related to an improved glycemic control, which is why we get diabetes. I'm not going to get into the whole science part. It supports and enhances brain function. Creatine is important because it helps increase the survival of your nerve cells against environmental hazards. It replenishes lost creatine stores in the brain, which usually happens from lack of sleep or stress. I talked about the ATP. I don't want to get all into that. I'm just looking through my notes. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Creatine will help with your muscle support. It will help you with your muscle recovery. It will help with your muscle growth. So I have no negatives to say, except that you will feel bloated in the beginning, but it will go away. Drink your water. It could dehydrate you, so you really got to drink that water. It will cause diarrhea if you take too much. And that's like a huge thing they kept saying over and over again. And I guess it's because people always want to take more and more and more. So don't do that. Like mine, this one here says serving size 3 caplets. I probably will take 2. Actually, this one says start with 2. So I'm going to start with 2, but it doesn't matter which one you take. This is just a muscle tech. Right on it, it says enhances muscle performance and improves recovery between sets. So, I mean, I'm going to try it. I've always been against it, but I've been hearing so much about it positively. So I felt like I needed to bring that to you guys, because people are like, I know you don't like creatine, but, and I know you're not for creatine, but, so I figured I need to address that. L-carnitine. People have been asking about L-carnitine. L-carnitine is in your aminos, and you can get L-carnitine drops. You can get any supplements, whatever you want to get, but it does have a benefit impact on weight loss and improved brain function, improved heart health, exercise performance, recovery, reduction in muscle soreness, and increased oxygen supply to muscle. I'm going to mute you, Jen. Something I already take from Thrive has L-carnitine in it. So I won't go out and buy another one, but if anybody needs a suggestion, I can give it to you. But I'm going to read 5 benefits of L-carnitine. Number 1, it burns fat. With higher levels of L-carnitine, your body becomes more efficient at burning fat. Not only does it decrease the amount of fat that your body stores, but it also helps reduce visceral fat. Does anybody hear of those shots that when you go to the doctor, they're called like mix shots or slim shots? It's like the B12, but it has a little bit pumped up. If you've never heard of it, I used to get them all the time. They sell them on Groupon. If you find them, you can take those. Those will help you. They're called like mix shots because it has methyl B in it. It has the L-carnitine, all that stuff. The second positive or whatever benefit, more energy during and after workout. As your body's capacity for fat burning rises, so does your energy level. L-carnitine not only helps you increase the amount of fat burned with every workout, but you also get more energy for better workouts and an active lifestyle. L-carnitine boosts your metabolism to help you lose weight. Taking the energy increase from your exercise routine will allow you to perform with more intensity, providing a boost to your metabolism. So full circle. L-carnitine aids the body's immune system. In addition to the fat burning and weight loss benefits of L-carnitine, also aids the body's immune system of functions effective antioxidants. If you do not combine L-carnitine with a healthy diet and exercise, you're wasting your money. Well, since we're all doing exercise and diet, we're good. And I took this note, so this jogged my memory. Lipotropic, the lipotropic shots. They're all natural. They're on Groupon. I used to get them with the B12 and it was called a lipo shot, I think, actually. Dr. Gard gives them on Okeechobee Boulevard. It's Gard Family Practice or something like that. And you take them all home with you and you can do them at home. They're not cheap. They're like $25 an injection. But I mean, if you take them home, I think they're like 5 for 20 or 5 for 100, so $20 each. So those are the 2 things that everybody's been asking about, L-carnitine and creatine. I'm going to start taking the creatine. If anybody wants to wait and hear how I feel next week, I'm going to start taking it tomorrow. And I will keep you posted. I don't mind being the guinea pig. I already had my photo shoot, so if I bloat, I'll be fine. I'll just suck it up. And that's that. Okay, so I want to talk about really quick, sabotaging your weight loss. Who feels like they sometimes will sabotage their weight loss? Only Dawn. I really find that hard to believe. Laura. So when I start telling you guys things, you're going to be like, oh, I guess I really do sabotage my weight loss. Okay, so you want to reach your goal. So you vow to yourself, I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours every single day, or I'm going to lose 30 pounds for that wedding next month. Has anybody ever said that? Have you ever said something like that to yourself? It might not be that extreme, but to that idea. Drastic over the top plans will not take you to your goal, and you right off the bat self-sabotage yourself, because when you don't see the results that you set for yourself, you're not going to continue on. And I kind of talked about that with the 2.5 pounds in 1 week weight loss. It's not going to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, what's going to happen? Oh, I messed up. I'm just going to have this to eat, right? That's total self-sabotage. Set goals you can meet, and always praise yourself when you reach a goal. So everybody has celebrate your wins as a new goal, a new habit. I added that this challenge. And that's super important. I'm always giving shout outs and praise. And, that's the best way to stop self-sabotage, because you're going to say, oh, I got that shout out. Or, oh, I fit in those shorts the other day. And I feel amazing. Or like Millie messaged me and she said she fit in jeans that she hadn't fit in a while. Tell me that was like the best way to help you stay motivated and focused when you're away on vacation. Otherwise, you could have just self-sabotaged yourself, right? So instead of giving yourself this big project, and I started asking you for your weekly goal, set yourself a goal per week. Add 1 more day of exercise to your week and stick to it for the week. Stick to it for 2 weeks, stick to it for 3 weeks, stick to it for a month. Add 1 more glass of water to your day over a course of a week. Water will make you feel fuller also. Go to bed 5 minutes early every day for a week until you're getting into bed 6 to 8 hours of sleep. If you're already doing that, awesome to you. Saying to yourself, I'll go to the gym tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and you promise yourself, but then your friend calls you and says, let's go to breakfast. And you go to breakfast and you say, oh, I'll get to the gym later. You might not think that's self-sabotage, but that is self-sabotage. Or you tell yourself, I'm going to get up in the morning, and then you say, you know what, I'm going to go in the evening, but then you're so tired at the end of the day, even though you feel like you're just giving yourself a break, you're self-sabotaging yourself. You should have gotten up and gone in the morning. Melissa does that. She gets up and does the 5 a.m. workouts, knows that she's never going to get to the gym in the afternoon, right? Because you're tired. And when you want to sleep in, you say you're going to do it, you don't do it, you're self-sabotaging yourself. And then you're mad at yourself. I should have just gotten up at 5 a.m. and done the workout, right? And then you say, I'll go tomorrow for sure. And then the procrastination just continues. And then you're like, shit, I didn't go to the gym for 3 days. And that sucks. That is self-sabotaging yourself. A lot of times we are afraid to start something new, or we have a fear of our results of starting that something new. And I don't mean to, I'm not picking on you, Dawn, but a lot of times, and I feel like this could be you, because you did so freaking awesome before you left us. And you were like cut and jacked and saw all the lines in your abs and your arms. And do you remember that? I can pull the picture out just in case you don't remember. And I feel like you had that bikini competition in your head maybe, and then you backed out, and then maybe you self-sabotage yourself because you weren't sure if you really wanted to do that or not. And now you're back. And now you need to go that full course. Like, don't self-sabotage yourself and leave me or leave us. Stay the course. But if you decide you don't want to do the competition, that's awesome. We always have that fear. I talked about it in one meeting. It was an example that someone wanted to lose weight because they wanted to get out and be social, and they wanted to start dating, but they had such a fear of doing that they kept self-sabotaging themselves subconsciously, because they didn't know how to do that. They didn't want to really get in the dating game, but they really wanted to meet somebody. So they didn't realize it, but they were self-sabotaging themselves so that they would never reach their goal. A lot of times, and this is me, I'm always afraid if I reach my goal, what will my next goal be? Will I even have a goal? So then I sabotage myself and gain a couple of pounds so I can go back onto it. I like to be in a calorie deficit. I love to be in a calorie deficit. And when you reach your goal, you really can't be in a calorie deficit anymore. And that scares the shit out of me. Like, that is one of my biggest fears. So I think every time I hit like that 141, 142, I always let myself gain 2 to 3 pounds so I can get back to that 145. And then I'm like, oh, I still have 3 pounds to lose. It's my comfort zone. Or like my body fat, like I was at, right before Christmas or maybe September was like 16.9%. And I knew I can't go below 16%. It's not good for you. It's hard to do. So I not consciously, but subconsciously was like, oh, I'm going to drink this glass of wine. Oh, I'm going to do this. And I went up to like, I think it was 17.8% body fat or something. I posted it. I don't remember. Maybe it was 18.7, 17.8 or something like that. And I realized I totally self-sabotaged myself because I would have nowhere to go from there. Like I already don't get my cycle. I haven't had my cycle in years. I don't want like my hair to start falling out and my skin. You can't maintain that. So I allowed myself to go back up. And I just did it the other day and now it's at like 17.2 and that's a comfort zone for me. But if it goes down, I'll probably self-sabotage myself and I'll go back up and I just have to watch myself. So you might not realize you're doing it, but when I talk and I say something like this, I realize I'm doing that. A lot of times we self-sabotage ourselves because we think other people will be jealous if we lose weight and they'll stop hanging out with us. She looks too good. I don't want to be with her. You know, everybody hits on her, whatever. Sometimes we self-sabotage ourselves because we're not used to getting noticed. And then all of a sudden you're afraid people are going to start noticing you. And that's a fear for a lot of people. You know, nobody in here, and I'm not naming names, but a lot of people, when they're overweight, they grow their hair really long because it's like their security blanket, it's their comfort zone. But when you start losing weight, you start cutting your hair. You feel more confident, but then you self-sabotage yourself because you don't want the attention. So you start wearing baggy clothes. You don't want people to notice you. And you fall back into that bigger person mentality. Recognizing your fear is the first step in overcoming it and not allowing yourself to self-sabotage yourself. Going to bars and hanging out with friends doesn't mean you have to drink all night long. That's self-sabotage. Mike drinks every single night, every night. Mike has at least 2 glasses of wine or a wine and a bourbon every single night. And I could easily have that with him, easily, but I don't allow myself to do that because that would be self-sabotage. I will joke around and be like, is it Friday yet? You know, I need that glass of wine. And I say it every Friday at happy hour, not happy hour, the bar, happy hour at Orange Theory. I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. I got to go get my glass of wine. But that's how I don't self-sabotage myself because I only allow myself 1 glass of wine on Friday, 1 glass of wine on Saturday, and a drink on Sunday. And I account for it and I log it. And then I stop myself. So you got to slowly break away from old patterns. When I lived in my own apartment, I didn't even have alcohol because prior to that, I was working at a doctor's office as the nutritionist. And I've told you guys this story. I have less than a minute. Shit. The doctor told me that I wasn't losing weight because of my mom juice. My mom juice was my wine every night. And I was self-sabotaging myself with that. So I had to break that habit. And when I moved into my own apartment, I had no alcohol. And that broke me from that habit. So when I moved in with Mike, I was like, I don't need alcohol Monday through Friday. I didn't do it before. Why do I need it now? I want you guys to take away 3 things. Are your feelings based on why you're self-sabotaging? What would someone else think about if I did hit my goals? What would happen? And is my reaction reasonable if it happened? And really think about that as you start to go through your days and you feel like you have to self-sabotage yourself. Oh, I can't go to lunch for her birthday luncheon. Or if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna eat my food and whatever I want because it's her birthday and I don't want anybody to say anything to me. That's self-sabotage. Don't let what other people think about you change how you are doing your life.